Hi. How are you? My name is Lois. It's a pleasure to be here doing this devotion. I was just laughing to myself about how I don't know, man. It's like God is like, okay, so this is what's happening to her tomorrow. So send this. Today's devotion, which does not belong to me, it's shared with me, so I share it with you. Today's devotion says you have only two options: forgiveness or bitterness. Guys, this is no coincidence. There is no way this is a coincidence because I have been battling with forgiveness this past week. It's it's been a week of processing something, you know. Um, and then maybe yesterday or the day before, I think yesterday God was talking to me about forgiveness, and YouTube recommendations brings this movie about forgiveness by Mount Zion movies. Is it Minister Damilola, Mike Bamiloye or something like? I'm sorry, forgive me if I didn't pronounce it correctly. And the movie was, the crux of the matter was forgiveness, really. Even when you feel you are in the right and you're the wronged party. And today's devotion says you have only two options: forgiveness or bitterness. Okay, so it goes on to say, how often shall my brother sin against me and I forgive him? That's Matthew 18, verse 21. The Bible says, then Peter came to him and said, Lord, how often shall my brother sin against me and I forgive him? Up to 7 times? Jesus said to him, up to 70 times 7. You'll find this whole story in Matthew chapter 18, verse 21 to 22, KJV and KJV version. This was. Okay, so 70 times 7 equals 490 times. I have to laugh because the person I was mad at, guys, is not even up to 10 times of wrongdoing. So 490. Yeah, ne? And it's your brother, someone you have to. Lord, no. Okay, I need to focus. And it's your brother, someone you have to live or work with, whom you're called to forgive. I was literally telling God, I can't. I can't be in the same vicinity as this individual. It just can't. One of us needs to move. So yeah, somebody you have to leave or work with or just be around, I suppose, whom you're called to forgive. In essence, Jesus was saying, forgive and keep on forgiving if you want to have a relationship with this person. Let's see, do I? Let's face it, we all make mistakes because we are flawed in different ways. Perfection only exists in God. Recall Jesus' words, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. This is Luke 23, verse 34 in the KJV version. Truer words have never been spoken, and very few concepts are more significant to remember in a relationship. While it's perfectly normal to feel anger, okay, and a natural human reaction to feel mistreated, there's a big difference between healthy anger and the corrosive emotion of bitterness. And the corrosive emotion of bitterness. Bitterness is relational cancer. As American author Maya Angelou said, bitterness is like cancer. It eats upon the host. It doesn't do anything to the object of its displeasure. In this case, the host is your relationship, and the forgiveness is the medication and the cure. Jesus said, and just as you want men to do to you, you also do to them likewise. This is Luke 6, verse 31 in the NKJV version. Offering the degree of forgiveness you wish to receive ensures that your relationship stays healthy and free from the disease of bitterness. Is it sometimes hard to do? Yes, definitely, yes. But if you pray, God will give you the grace to do it. You know, bitterness also holds you back. Sorry. Bitterness also holds you back. I was talking about my friend who had a friend once that for some reason acted in a very unpleasant manner. And I told God, I'm not doing this anymore. So when I met this new friend, I regarded her with a lot of suspicion But as God would have it, we're now really good friends. She's my sister. And I laughed with her once, telling her how holding on to bitterness over something that happened with some other girl, purely platonic friendships, by the way, with another person that I thought was my sister, and then they do this, and I never expected this from them. It was very hurtful to live through. When I met this person, I didn't want, I was like, friends, whatever. Who needs friends? I met this person, and as God would have it, we're now very good friends. So initially, I regarded them with a lot of suspicion. Bitterness stops you. The crux and the point of what I'm trying to say is bitterness will stop you from having even normal relationships with other people, other individuals. You meet new different people, and you always